Remember last episode? I have a little secret for you. We built an iron farm. I'm sure you all saw it. But come here, let's get a little close. Okay, that's too close. Hold on. There we go. We've let the iron farm run for a little bit, and I've got something to show you. Look at all the iron. We have it all. We wanted it all, we have it all. But that's not it. Yep, 5 full shulker boxes, maybe not full, of iron blocks. I love looking at this room. There's a lot of nice designs in here. What? Oh, hi. What do you say we get started today? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of the Damgee Zone. I'm your host, Damgee, and today we are starting off in our iron farm. But let's go ahead and take a step up here because Mana said that she dropped something off for us, and I want to take a look and see what we got. How's everybody doing today? Oh, what do we got here? Redstone, hoppers, leaves, mushroom blocks. Oh, I know what that's for. Looks like today we are going to be building a sorter up in the keep area, and we're also going to start working on some of the houses that are going to be behind the walls for the farmers in particular. So we're going to come over here, and these 3 blackstone frames are going to turn into houses. We have our sheep farm right here that's collecting all of our lovely wool. We're going to make a house here for that, and we're going to turn this little area into a farm. So if you enjoyed the last episode, go ahead and sit back, grab a drink, and enjoy this world we call Minecraft. Okay, so the key to any house is a good foundation. Let's go ahead and get one built up here. Let's clear all this out here. Even if these blocks don't show, I will know they're there. It'll make me feel better. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and get the foundation built up here, and then we will jump into a time lapse and get to building this house. Should be 2 here. I don't want to destroy and make it completely flat. I want to have some bit of elevation there. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to clear out some of this grass and start building up this house. Be back after this time lapse. Alrighty, now that we got that done, I'm looking at it from back here. What do you guys think? I know what you're gonna say. It's flat. There's no decoration to it whatsoever. But this is just a skeleton. As they love to say nowadays, the house has good bones. We got plenty of room to work in here. And then we're going to open this up a little bit so that we can go into our sheep farm and kind of hide that door in the hill. So I'm going to come back here and we're going to take a look again. And then I'm going to snap my fingers and we are going to have a decorated house. 3, 2, 1. And magic. We have a little pathway leading up to our sheep house. We even have our sheep over here in their little fence. And now it's time to move on to the next house. Quick update for you guys while we come down our little walkway here. We do have the second house done. Almost. The frame's built, everything's good. We're just going to decorate it like we did with the second house. So let's take a look at that real quick. Got the house up on the hill. Go inside. Nothing's done inside yet, but we do have it set up to where this is going to be a little living room right here. And you're going to have your walls, and we're going to go in here into a bedroom back here. So then there's going to be a door that comes out to the back. And back here we're going to have our pen for our cows or our pigs. Going to be a door right here and a fence running up along here. And another fence over here on this side. So that's what the house is going to look like back here. I'm going to go ahead and start working on that third house while Mana starts decorating the second one, and we'll be back. With this time lapse, I wanted to give you guys a glimpse into the trial and error that goes into finally getting something to look the way that you want it to look. And I also wanted to take this time to thank everybody again for spending some time with me and ask you what's your favorite part of the series so far. We're 6 episodes in, and I'm just curious, do you guys like the technical builds? Do you like the pretty builds? So the technical build would be something like the Iron Farm episode that we did last, where I went in depth into each and every step of the process. Or do you like watching me build houses like this? Do you like watching Mana run around and scream? What's your favorite part? Leave a comment down below and let me know. Alright, we've got all 3 houses in place. Got the outside's nice and decorated. Looks like we left the front door open. We were born in a barn, apparently. Let's go up here and check this one out first. We do have a floor. Leads us into our sheep farm. Go ahead and close the door behind us this time. We do have to do some interiors. Second house here. Got some nice smoke coming from the chimney. Couple of awnings and some bushes. Again, we got interiors, we got some nice beams going here. Hide in some lighting for the room. We're gonna have a little kitchen here, bedroom here, and a living room in this area here. And then the third building, come in here. It is a 2-story. Unfortunately, the floors are pretty small, so we're probably not going to be able to do too much with an interior here, but I'm sure at some point I'm going to come in here and try and figure that out. We did a little terraforming on this hill so that we could open up some space for the cows. We got pigs back in here. And of course, our sheep farm. So now it's on to the sorter. Let's go ahead and head on up there. We're going to put it up here on top because this is where the keep's going to be going, but right now we don't have much plotted out, so I think I'm just going to throw a sorter up here for now, get it built for you, and we'll go over that as we're going. I don't know how I could have forgotten, but let's take a look at it with shaders. Of course, it's going to look the best at night, so we're going to come over here real quick, but can't hang out too long because the night is dark and full of terrors. It is time to get all these farms feeding to one spot and sorting them out for me. I don't want to have to keep going to each of my towers here anytime that I want to grab some carrots or potatoes or anything like that and trade with my villagers. So, temporarily, we're going to have everything come up right here. And then it's going to shoot this way, and it's going to wrap around a little sorter, and we are going to get everything in one central location. I'm going to go ahead and get this dug out and get everything together, and I will be back. This next clip took me about 2 hours worth of dig time. I wanted to condense it in here, but I got all of the farms from all 4 of the turrets into one centralized location, and then we put in a water stream, which you'll see here coming up shortly, to get all of the items to flow all together and go up one bubble vader. The volcano is erupting! Alright, a quick update and explanation, and then I'm going to start stacking these and getting the water flowing over the top. But this right here is the basic sorter. Pretty sure Impulse SV came up with this design years ago, and it's pretty much the go-to design nowadays for sorters. So if you want to get a real in-depth description of it, then go check out Impulse SV. But I'm going to go over just the basics of it for you real quick. You have 3 hoppers above your first chest. You have your hopper line that's actually going to be collecting all of the items. Then you have your hopper right here that I'm pointing at right now that is pointing towards the chests. It has to be pointing that way. A comparator coming off of that hopper goes into a redstone line on a repeater with 1 tick and a redstone torch. This redstone torch keeps the hopper locked until this redstone line lights up to the green. You have to use 4 items of your choice that are not going to be going into the sorter. I always rename mine just so that it makes it easy for me and I know what I'm looking at. Then you can put in a stack of whatever it is that you want sorted into that group. So I've got 41 hoppers in here right now. You can put in more than 41. It'll just count it down to 41 because that's when the redstone line will only be going for 2 lights instead of 3. So if I go in here and change it to carrots, you'll see it count down and it'll stop at 41. I'm going to let that do that. Now that it's at 41, if I put carrots up in this hopper, you'll see that it's flashing between 42 and 41. Anytime it hits 42, you'll see that that redstone there turns on, which sends a repeater signal, turns this torch off for 1 tick, allowing 1 item to go through the hopper. And if we go to the bottom here, you'll see the carrots are filtering in. I'm going to go ahead and stack these up and get it all lined up for you, and then we'll come back for a final picture. Alright, last update of the evening. It is 4 o'clock my time. I need to go to bed. I've got 2 lines set up for each type of farm that we have here real quick. Potatoes, beets, wheat, and carrots. So if I put a hopper right here on the end so you don't say I'm cheating, can't be going into anything. And then we put in a stack of each one and drop down here. Carrots are going in where the carrots should go. They'll fill up this whole line first and then they'll move over to this line. Once the carrots are done, we're going to see the wheat start filling up. By wheat, I meant beets. That was the next thing that I put in. But you see that they were skipping over the wheat and going to the beets. Now we've got wheat going in. And lastly, potatoes. And if you look at the bottom chest, because they're not full, everything is sorted. It is now 3 hours before this video is coming out, and I am still recording. This is going to be a fun day. Went ahead and added 1 more silo into the sorter. Basically what this silo is doing right now is I don't have any redstone lamps on here, so this is basically acting as an overflow. So if all 5 of these chests get filled up with carrots, then the carrots can come over here. And if for some reason something gets into the system that is not being sorted, then that would also go in here as well. So I've got a couple items in my inventory right now that I'm going to go and put into the sorter, and they should end up in that last chest. So we'll throw those in there real quick. And you'll notice that I also connected my water stream here. So it's coming up and it flows over these 3 hoppers because of how many items come in from the farms. I wanted to make sure that everything's getting caught. Everything goes into these 3 hoppers and then it just filters down the line. But you see the items flowing into the system here, and everything is still nice and sorted. And there's our 3 items that are not in the sorter. If you guys enjoyed this video, do me a favor and leave me a like, comment. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Next stop, Creeper Farm. Get ready for the explosion.